This is 5 cups of whey that is left over from me making homemade cultured cream cheese and homemade mascarpone, both from incredible dairy at Miller's Biofarm. Now we're gonna take this whey, we're not gonna throw it away, we're going to use it to make something that you would love to have in your kitchen fresh without any of the junk in it. That is ricotta, the recooked, as it means, cheese. And this is an incredible ingredient you're going to be able to use in things like my meatballs. You could use this to do a carnivore lasagna. There's all kinds of ways to use this, or you can just have it as a treat all by itself. Let's go ahead and take this whey. I'm going to show you today how we very simply turn this high quality dairy that we would have otherwise thrown away into another product that you can have for your proper human diet kitchen if you indulge in things like dairy. It's really simple, it's really fantastic, and it's going to blow your mind how good it can be when you make it at home. Let's go ahead and turn this whey, instead of into trash, into treasure by turning it into some ricotta today on Chris Cookin' Nashville. So I'm going to take my whey and I'm going to pour it into a stainless steel pot. Now, you want to make sure you're using something that is non-reactive. So no aluminum, none of the cast iron, none of that kind of stuff. You need to use glass or stainless steel so it is not reactive, because we don't want the reactiveness to mess with the proteins and the acid that we're going to use. Ricotta means recooked, or cheese that is made from a product that has already come from cheese making. But when you make cheese, a lot of the fats and proteins do not actually get coagulated. About 80% of those do come out, but another 20% is left behind, and we can still use that to make another beautiful, proper human diet product. And we're going to do that by making ricotta. We are going to slowly and carefully bring this up to 195 degrees Fahrenheit. You can stay between 185 and 195, but 195 is ideal. We're going to hold it there for 2 to 3 minutes before we add acid. And you can use white vinegar or lemon juice. I'm going to use white vinegar today. We're going to use 1 tablespoon for every pint. So 2 tablespoons every quart. I've got 5 cups here, so we're going to use 2.5 tablespoons for this amount of whey, and we're going to turn it into ricotta. So let's go ahead and get it in here. We're going to bring it up slowly so that we do not unravel and denature those proteins too quickly. It's one of the places you can really mess up on this quickly. Once we get it up to 195, we're going to hold it, we'll add the acid, and I'll show you how we turn this into ricotta. So I'm slowly bringing this up to 195 degrees, and as I'm doing that, I am stirring because I don't want it to scorch and get too hot in the bottom, but I'm doing it very gently. You do not want to be aggressive with this because the whey is filled with proteins that are already partially denatured because of the fact we've already processed them to some extent. Because of that, they are very sensitive, and we want to casually bring them up to temperature and gently stir them around. And that's going to be the rule when we add the acid as well. I have my vinegar standing by. We're going to add it a little at a time once we get up to 195, and we've held it there for about 2 to 3 minutes. And we're going to carefully stir it through, just 1, 2, or 3 stirs, and then add more vinegar and do that a couple of times. Call it a day. One additional tip, if you would like to maximize the yield that you're going to get from making ricotta like this, feel free to add in about a cup of raw milk that you can then use to add more proteins and fats, which will help these already partially denatured proteins bond together even better. Now the vinegar is stirred in. We're gonna set this off to the side to rest for 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll pour it through the cheesecloth to get some ricotta. Once the ricotta and whey has separated and set, we're gonna take a colander and put it over our container with cheesecloth or butter muslin, whatever it is you have, and we're just gonna filter it out, and then we're gonna taste some fresh ricotta. And that's how we do the homemade ricotta using the whey from the cream cheese and the mascarpone.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really, really nice. I added just a pinch of salt to it. You don't have to, but you can. If you want it to be a wetter ricotta, don't squeeze it as much as I did. You can even add a little bit of the whey back to it. Now, don't throw this away. This is now called acid whey or acidified whey. And I'm gonna show you guys how we use it to make some pickled eggs so we can continue to get some of the benefits of this fantastic product from Miller's Biofarm. We're going to get a little bit of that protein and some different things that are still left in that whey, which is going to help with the flavor of pickled eggs, and we still get the health benefits of anything that is left in there. It's just a great way to stretch everything that you're using, and it's going to give a really nice flavor and texture to those eggs, so that'll be good.
That sounds awesome.
In the meantime, let's go ahead and test out this homemade ricotta and see what you think compared to the stuff we get in the tall jar at the store. Now, if you guys want this really smooth, feel free to throw it in like a little food processor or use a mixer or something. You can totally blend it up until it's really, really smooth, but I just went ahead and left it a little grainier for us.
Take a look. The smell is really nice. Yeah, that's tasty.
It is much more cheese flavored than the ricotta that you get in a grocery store.
Cheesier flavor for sure. Bolder flavor, smooth. This is awesome. I seriously want you to make, look at, now I'm gonna start making a request. So I seriously think that you should do the new version of your keto and carnivore lasagna and use ricotta cheese made this way.
Yeah.
I bet that would be insanely good.
So we need to order some more dairy from Miller's Biofarm and make something and then have a bunch of whey and then make ricotta again.
Yes. Seriously though, this is awesome. And I have to say, I'm so appreciative of Miller's Biofarm sending us this. And thank you for all the research you've done making all these wheys. This has been so educational, like to really learn. And I was saying, you know, too, I'm usually not a big fan of dairy because I find that when I eat too much, I feel off. For years, way before I even started doing keto, I actually drank almond and soy milk because I just couldn't tolerate it. I've been eating a lot of the dairy from Miller's Biofarm though, and I feel great. Like I really, like what a difference. But I think, unfortunately, on a standard American diet, our idea of what dairy and milk and cream and all these things are is actually not what it was ever meant to be. And I guess I never realized that. I never realized the work that goes into it, easy way that you can make all this stuff. I don't know. It's just kind of mind-blowing watching you put together this whole series, and really appreciative of folks like Miller's Biofarm who do it right.
Yeah.
So
it's fantastic. It's great to have it shipped right to your door. It works really well, obviously. This is fantastic stuff. Well, guys, if you have enjoyed this far in the dairy series, hang around because we still have more videos coming. We're going to be doing the pickled eggs. We're still going to be doing the buttermilk from when I made the cultured butter. We're going to turn that into the buttermilk mayo ranch that I use the spreadable butter mayo for. So we're going to continue using all of these products, going further, and stretching that 1 gallon of dairy as far as we can possibly take it. Thank you guys so much for being here. All of the links are down below in the description box, including Miller's Biofarm and anything else you might need. This is Chris cooking Nashville, my beautiful wife, Ash Taylor. You guys eat your meat. Now your homemade ricotta. Love your life. We'll see you in the kitchen for more dairy videos. How long can they possibly go? And in the meantime, if you like ricotta just like this, you got to check out this video right over here.
You got teas?
No.
I don't have teas. Oh. Hey, do you know who really liked this? Mel.
Oh, we're feeding the dog the homemade ricotta, are we?
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, she needs to taste it.
Yeah.